Hi everyone, this is Sweta Ragni from Canada. I teach do's and don'ts to job seeker. Today would be my last day to go live on around 2020, so it's not last but the least. So 2021 would be the new start with new material, new content. If you are watching me from any part of world outside of Canada, I'd like you to put the comments in there. I am going live today on YouTube channel and also the Facebook as well. So feel free to put the comments in there and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions for you. What time is it there right now? So my time right now is 7:28 Eastern Standard Time in Canada. I will go over how do you do the network and how do you touch your past relationship in order to get what you want in 2021. So it's especially for our career professionals. Now, before I do that, I think I am actually looking at people. Chris Chatri is watching on a Facebook. It's coming on. So I guess I am live on Facebook as well. Dharampal Singh, Taggy, good morning. Good morning. It's morning in India. Chris, where are you watching me from? So for those of you who are watching me later on, I'd like you to put the comments replay. That helps me understand how many people are watching after live. I am streaming live from Canada, Sudbury. So let me give some shout out to the people. They come here for me. They show up for me. Thank you so much. And I know you have a lot of things going on right now. So hopefully this live, you'll walk away with some of the tips. I personally applied as a job seeker when I was looking for a job. And I know completely what you feel right now. I completely get you. When I was a job seeker, when the holiday seasons were coming in, my heart literally started pounding. And there were so many things. The emotions were running low. Everyone is partying. Everyone is, buying a Christmas gift. And I know what it feels like when you do not have a job. But there are some things that I'm going to share with you, what worked for me. And hopefully you can try it and see if it's going to work for you as well, okay? Before I jump into the session today, I'm just going to give some shout out to the people, some spotlight through the comments, and let's see who else is watching me from. I welcome you for a good speech. Thank you. Hopefully it's a speech. Brazil, we have international audience right now. Amazing. Good morning. Good morning, Pradeep. Where are you watching me from? Aloha. Wow. Big island in Hawaii. Amazing. Oh my God. That's my bucket list. Maybe next year when this is all over, I will go there. Manisa Maharjan is watching me from, I don't know where you're from. Are you from Nepal watching me? Jainav is watching me. Where are you watching me from? Lakshmi Shuvarsla, you don't want to butcher your name. Thank you for watching. Bimal is watching me from, oh my God, Andy, welcome. Sweta, I love that name. That you just butcher my name, right, Andy? But I love it. Thanks for watching. All right. I don't know who are you. Much support coming from Southern California. The name is not coming up, guys. How many people are watching me right now? I just wanted to go and see. Can someone tell me right now? So because I want the audience to just, spike it up before I touch base. Let me see. And then I'm going to start in 2 minutes. Okay, guys, give me some. This is the first time I'm streaming all over. So I just wanted to make sure there's no hiccup before I jump in straight. All right, this is not the time I usually come live, guys. I normally come around in the morning, but today happened to be Sunday. I was invited for some podcast today. So as I was dressed up, I decided I'm just going to go live here because I haven't been there. Someone is from Canada, North York, Mahesh Silwal. Okay, good to see you. Someone from Canada. Philly, I don't know what does that mean. Julio, right? Vishal Pandey, Montreal, Quebec, a lot of Canadian in the house. And there are some American folks as well. Okay, these many people. Oh my God, my mom is watching me. Hi, my mother. S&M podcast show from Southern California. Okay, well, I don't know what is that. Like, you're coming up as LinkedIn user, unfortunately. I don't know who you are. Raj Kumar from UK. All right, guys, I'm going to, jump into the session today. So today is all about, let me see here. I'm going to shut everything down before I get distracted. And guys, if you have any question, keep on coming. Keep on coming. I will try to answer any career professionals' comments, anything like that. I'll pick it up. And if I can't answer it, I'll probably answer it later on for you, okay? All right. Let's start this, guys. Well, what a year it's been, right? 2020, COVID's hitting in. It's still not over, and I completely get you. I completely feel you. I'm working from home. Hopefully you're staying safe, and happy holidays to you guys right now. And I know, be safe, right? Stop partying with the big group of people. You know what to do. You guys are all adults, right? So now here's what I wanted to share with you. For those people who are looking into jumping into the different career, or who are looking for that ideal job or dream job, whatever you call, it's probably really, really hard right now. And I've said it initially, it was hard for me when I was a job seeker. And how do you cope with that, right? The emotions when everybody is actually having fun. How do you get out and then, start talking to people? You're miserable inside sometimes, right? So I hope you're not that miserable. I was very vulnerable. I was completely stuck inside my shell, thinking that I don't want to go anywhere in the party because they're going to ask me about my job and I don't have a job. I felt like I had lost everything about myself. I really had low self-esteem, and I didn't want to talk about the corporate world. I didn't want to talk about my job or whatever it is. And, at that time, I felt like I am not doing justice to myself at all. So here's what I did to overcome that. As soon as I changed my mindset, I started feeling better because I felt that holiday networking was the most amazing thing, a gift I can do, give it to myself. Here's how. So these are the people I would hang out with, right? And I would ask, like, what's going on in their life right now, right? So what's going on in their work life right now? Are they planning to hire anyone? Have they heard about any department actually, coming up with a new project and stuff like that, right? So I started talking, and what that did to me was kind of gave me some inside information. So, and for those of you guys right now who are thinking that you want to avoid that parties, and if you're laid off, I completely get you because I was laid off as well, right? So you don't want to avoid that interaction because you need that, to take a break from your job search, because job search is a full-time job, right? Believe me, trust me, you're thinking about it and you're actually looking for a job, applying it online, and you have so many things that you put it together and you're tired of it. You need to take a break. First of all, there are people who are going to be supporting you. That's your friends and family member. You know who they are. And there's nothing wrong with it. Asking for, hey, are you guys hiring? Or do you know anyone in a network that are hiring? Here's what I'm looking for, right? So you just don't want to go, prepare yourself though. You just don't want to go there and sit down and say, I just want a job, right? Identify who you are, what's your strength, and what you can bring in. And that's the thing that you need to iron that out before you start networking, because guess what? These are the same people who are going to ask you, what do you want? What kind of type of role, type of role you want? And if you start saying whatever, I just need the job, then, there's no weight out there, right? You're going to be very specific on what industry. So for example, let's take an example for me. I came from the contact center banking environment. I did all things like deposit, mortgage, quality and coaching. I had so many things under my belt. I was confused. I did not know where I wanted to go back. So I had to sit down and ask myself, where am I good at, right? So then I had to develop the marketing plan for myself, define my niche. And when I started talking to the people, then they knew what I was looking for, what industry, to the point it's industry. Do I want to go back to the banking world? Do I want to go back to the branches? Do I want to go back to the contact center? Do I want to go and lead the people in deposit or mortgage or quality and coaching, right? There are stuff that you need to iron it out before you start networking. And that's your marketing plan. Do your homework. Are you willing to relocate, right? Things like that matters as well. Are you willing to travel? If you're willing to travel, how much you want to travel? 50%, 20%. are you willing to commute to more than 1 hour, right? Let's put it that way. For those of you guys who are living in Toronto right now, in a bigger city, the highway takes forever, 1 hour, 2 hours, or whatever it is, right? So define what you want. What are you willing to give up and what you are not willing to give up? What's the salary range you're looking for? Once you know what you want, all those based on the marketing plan, you got to talk to your network, and networking starts within your circle first. It's always better to start within your circle first. People you have left behind. The second step that I'm going to teach you is you don't have to just use LinkedIn platform, right, for networking. Here's what I did. And before I jump into the second, I just wanted to see everything is working fine, because I don't want to just talk by myself and no one's watching me, right? So I just want to make sure here. Do you guys have any question for me? Feel free to put it in there, because I will jump into questions in 10 minutes later on after. All right, so second step, here's what I did. So LinkedIn is one platform without the doubt to go and network, right? But like a lot of people in LinkedIn are your professional people that you probably worked with in the past. But look through, if you have any people that you know that you worked in the past, if you have them on a Facebook or personal space, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, whatever that could be. The reason I want you to try this approach is it's more personal, right? Like, you're not just out of blue reaching out to those people and say, hey, I need a job in a professional platform. But if you have those people already in a Facebook, see what kind of things they're posting. Are they active on it, right? So everyone pretty much post on a Facebook, their family picture, what they're up to. You get a lot of information out of it. Follow those people and continuously go there and like their picture, comment on it, genuinely try to connect with them, get to see what they do day to day, right? Because what happens is, let's put it that way, we don't talk to those people all the time. It's once in a blue moon, right? Like your ex-colleagues or your friends who are in the professional industry, we don't talk to them quite often. We forget about them. But here's how you can go and repatch the relationship, would be just going in there and commenting, hey, kids are going up, right? How old are those kids? And if you have kids, you can make you can bond together, because people tend to like each other when they have things in common. What better way to actually start from there, right? If they have a kid, how old are your kid? If you have teens, you can compare, you can talk, hey, do you want to, what are you up to, right? Here's the way that you want to network with them. Consider this as a network, not by asking a job. Hey, do you have a job for me? Where are you working? Because that's too on their face, right? So you want to start the conversations offline first on a personal way by commenting. And the second phase is you want to talk to them on Messenger. If you have a Facebook or Insta, whatever, take it privately and talk about, hey, what are you up to these days, right? And they're going to talk about them. And then you don't say anything. And now they're going to ask you, because they've seen you enough, right, on a Facebook that you've been participating in, and you've been very good with commenting and stuff like that, liking their pictures and stuff, right? It's all strategy. You're gonna have to do this, but genuinely mean it though, right? Don't be fake, guys, because it's gonna show up, right? So then you're going to go on a Messenger, and then you're going to take that different level. The second step is, what are you up to? And then you're going to talk to you about it. And then they're going to ask you. Next thing is what? They're not stupid not to ask you, hey, what are you up to? Because people want to know. People are nosy. Let's put it that way, especially on social media. People are really nosy. They want to know everything about you, but whether they whether they tell you or not, everyone wants to know what's going on in your life, and they're going to ask you. And then you're going to hit them with it. Oh, by the way, I got laid off, right? A couple of months ago, or whatever it is, your situation is, or I want to switch to a different industry, and what's going on? And then you can straight ask him, what's going on? What department are you in? Is there any possible opportunity there? And you can bring it. There's an art of networking, guys, right? So which I teach in my class, how to network with the people in the right way. So without going too much detail, you are not asking for a job, you are inviting the open communications. And when people are asking, your personal network are asking, what are you up to? And it's really easy right now because 2021 is kicking in. You can simply ask them, like, what's your plan for 2021? People love to talk about themselves, right? People love to share a plan. Everyone does that. So they might actually, be on a role that they're going to be hiring soon in 2021, like, small business entrepreneur, whatever it is, right? They might be putting a budget together right now and thinking, okay, here's what I need to work on. I need to hire a certain pool of people, right? In that phase, if you bring some expertise, then you can sneakingly put it in there slightly. It's like, oh, by the way, I have expertise on that one as well, and leave it as that, right? So then later on, you can bring those like touch base with them, like, once in a quarter, once in a month, whatever works for you. Now, when you talk to the people, you feel it, right? Like if people are going to be supportive, you feel it instantly. If you feel like that's a person that, it is going to go above and beyond for you, just don't leave them. Keep on checking back with them. Hey, how's it going? Like, is department going? Have you heard anything about, like, about this industry? Like, do you want to share something with me? Like, keep on doing that. Hop into the Zoom call. So the third process would be taking that now to the professional approach and taking to the LinkedIn or Zoom chat or something. Hey, let's talk about it. How's it going in the company? I want to really work there one day, but what is the culture like, right? Let's put it this way. Just because people are working in the Fortune 500 company, that does not mean that grass is greener on on that side. Not everything is really flawless. I've worked through the Fortune 500 company, and I can tell you this much is they're not perfect. We always had broken system, like we had to overcome those issues, right? So get to know if you're ready to work on those environments. A lot of these Fortune companies have high performing targets. Like, people get measured. Like, every month there's a coaching. Every week there's a coaching. Are you one of those people? Can you handle that? Can you, let's say, work with a target, aggressive target, right? There's a reason there are Fortune 500. They have aggressive target. In fact, to the point that I can share you one example is, even if you're volunteering, you're measured with a target, right? And I'll give you one example. When I came in Canada, 20 years ago, I decided I wanted to volunteer to get some exposure, Canadian experience, Bay Area, right? To overcome that. So instead of sitting home, I decided to volunteer with this Fortune, whatever company, IBM. You must have heard of that, right? Why would IBM hire people and not pay, right? And then it's up to you. You can think about it and say, I'm not going to do the free work, take it or leave it, I'm worth more. Or you can say, you know what, I know I got this. I am going to get an experience, not just sitting at home, but I want to try something that it would give back to me, like the workforce experience. So I can take that away, put it on the resume. So I know the workforce, I know the industry, and I wanted to try it out, right? There are two kinds of people, and I completely respect your choice. Who am I to judge you and say, don't do the free work versus only do the paid work? I'll leave it up to you. But I decided to go and volunteer at IBM. Now, grasses were not green there. I thought that, it would be flawless company. I was in the call center. And then I was the first one to pick up the phone when something went wrong on the computer. And then, they would be screaming at night, like, you're new, just recently migrated to Canada, like, you're already having challenges hearing those accents out, right? You're barely trying to understand English because English is your first language. And there's a cultural lingo that you don't actually get it, right? You're trying to go into that, right? So then the type of call you're getting is screaming in your ear, because that time they were selling $1 a day computer. You had to pay there was a store in Canada, $1 a day, and they were selling the refurbished computer, whatever it is, $1 a day. If you paid $1 a day for 30 some certain days, then you get to keep the computer, whatever. And these people I kid you not, these people were so mad because they were not getting the right computer or right order, or even the crappy computer for whatever reason. I'd be the one to get that screaming, yelling customer. It's like, I am outside in this road. I wanted to come and throw the computer on your face, right? So And I'm not kidding. Like, there are companies out there, if that's your dream company, like, you know what, anything could go wrong. Don't think that everything is flawless. It's a dream job. There's going to be this part of job that you're going to hate. There's going to be part of job you're going to love. I am a career consultant. I teach you how to do the job search and everything, but there's a part of job I don't like it. Like, I like it, but I would rather not do it, delegate it, right? So you're going to have to honor that. Are you willing to go back to those company? Are you just willing to go back to the company because they are like good on paper and they're award-winning company, employers of a choice? That's all you want without doing your homework and information interview? Or are you going to be one of those people thinking that, okay, you know what, I'm better off working with a smaller company because that's where, my skills are valued and I can implement the process right away instead of going through the red tape in Fortune 500 or 1,000, right? I'll leave it up to that. For that, the second, third step was to do a lot of information interview during this holiday season. Spend time doing that. Are they right fit for you? I want you to think about, just because it looks good on paper, that does not mean that they're the best employer. There are so many things wrong. The culture changes from department to department and bosses to boss as well. So you got to figure out, are you ready to work within that company? Does that make sense, guys? I'm going to see if there is any comments here. Basanta Karki is watching me from Canada. Oh my God, Andrew, thank you. I'm like honored. Guys, if you don't know Andrew, oh my God, he's the best right now when it comes to when it comes to someone in LinkedIn. The reason, I'll tell you why. I always say, I sing his praise. The reason is he collects this the advices from coaches out there who are actually sharing the good content, and he puts it together. What better is that, right? So you got to follow him. You got to subscribe to his newsletter. If you have not subscribed it, please go ahead and do it. It's even me as a coach doing this for years, I learned so many things from different coaches around the world, and he's fantastic. Instead of me actually looking and giving to my client, I actually give that to my clients as well. I sell it, and I don't get anything out of it, but I wanted to tell you is LinkedIn is that platform that you are you have to go through it and go out fully. And I got extremely lucky through LinkedIn. I built all my connections, all my job offers and everything came through LinkedIn. And if you use it right away, honestly, right way, you're going to land your dream job. And it's not going to be like Instagram that you want it instant fix. It's a long term when it comes to LinkedIn. It's not about job. It's about bonding with the right people and getting in touch with the right people, and use it wisely, guys. And you're going to get there in 2021. And I'm going to be very bang on with you. If you're not using LinkedIn right now and you're not putting your personal branding out there, it's going to be very hard to go on 2021. Employers are going to be looking for people who really have a good brand and in social presence right now. Digital footprint is no longer seen as weakness. Gone are those days. It's seen as the strength if you use it properly. Just use it wisely. Muhammad, thank you, guys. All right, so I don't know how many people are still tuned in right now. So I think I wanted to share some other strategies with you. And the other strategy that worked out for me, guys, and be very cautious about it, right? I want you to make sure that when you're building the relationship with people, be very genuine and authentic about it, right? Because if you don't feel it, don't force it. If you don't feel it, you don't force it. I cannot stress this enough for you guys, okay? So here's what you can do. Holiday season is right there. Christmas is coming up. You do not have to celebrate Christmas, right? But here's what you can do. Think about 10 people within your network who have showed up for you. It could be your last boss, ex-boss, your friends, someone in the family, someone who actually showed up for you. Someone has a huge bunch of network as well. And someone would do anything for you. If you were to ask for recommendation, references, that person actually is helping you as well. Think about those people and reach out. ask them, hey, you've been great with me since a couple of years, and I thank you so much. And I just wanted to know what's going on in your life. What's your plan for 2021? Right? And what have you been doing? What have you done in 2020 that you're really proud of it? Ask them. You don't have to send those invites, random invites to the stranger. Let's start networking with the people we have lost the connection with. It's good to be in touch with them. And then let them come back to you. And they would be very happy about it. When you tell someone you have made an impact to me for years, I thank you so much, right? Next thing, what are they going to ask you next thing? What are you up to? Then you're going to hit them. I lost my job, right? And I'm looking for a different career. And you know what? Because you've already meant that, you built that relationship in the past, you're not reaching out to them, hey, you have a job, but you're being authentic, thanking them, happy holidays as well, wishing them as well. And then go from there. Bring that as well in LinkedIn platform. It's easier way to actually go in there. And I did that. So the other step I did, and you don't have to do it. I'm giving you tips. Okay. You don't have to do it. But like, I knew there were a couple of people, they loved wine and they loved like, the coffee and stuff like that. They were a heavy coffee drinker, Starbucks or Tim Hortons, whatever. Then I sent them like, $5 dollar gift card. It's not much. I know when you go and start sending it to so many people, it's more, but be very like genuine about it. You have to feel it. You don't want to force it. And even I know as a job seeker, we don't have the money. I get it. Sometimes in order to get what you want, you might have to do something out of thinking about long term, right? Appreciating them. Hey, you've been so great. And here's a token. It's not much, but I really appreciate what you did for me. And, happy holidays. It's like a holiday gift as well, right? You can try that approach as well. And they would be very appreciative. Next, people have done that for me. When that showed up on my mail, I was like, it was not the gift that I was really thankful for. It was the thought that when those mail arrives at my, during the holiday season, my heart melts. It's like, oh my God, I made an impact to those people's life. And I've been on the other side as well as a job seeker, sending those card out. Even you don't have to even send out the gift card only, just send the e-card. How about e-card? Start with the Hallmark e-card, sending them happy holidays. And here's top 5 things that I really admired about you when working with you, or when we were when we were colleagues, or when we hung out, whatever it is, right? What a gratitude. We're nobody without actually passing on the gratitude, right? So I'd like you to think about it this holiday season. I want you to pick up that phone and talk to people who've impacted you in your life. Your ex-manager, your friends, your family, whoever. So that way, when they ask you something, what are you up to? You can literally genuinely network and tell them, what are you up to? You're looking for a new role. You're ready to rock and roll in 2021. Do the networking right way. And it worked for me. And if you do it the right way, people can feel your authenticity. Don't fake it. Okay, guys, let me jump in if there's any questions, anything like that. If not, then I'd like to wrap it up. I wish you happy holidays. I'm going to be taking some weeks off. I'd be probably potentially traveling as well to meet my friends and family, small gathering. And I'll see you guys soon in 2021 with the new material. If there's any feedback for me, feel free to get in touch with me. I have open messages. And 2021, I'm accepting the job search strategy class. Limited spots are open. I only work with one. There's no group sessions with me. There's no recorded modules with me. There's no face group with me. You get my personal self, personal attention. So if you want to rock and roll with me in 2021, land that dream job, go on teachingyou.com and submit your applications under Contact Us, and I'll be in touch with you. All right, guys, I think that actually wraps up my session. Hi, Hari. Happy holidays. Thank you. Matrika. Love from Nepal. Thank you, Martika Bastola. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. Have yourself a great night. And if you have any questions about job search, anything like that, you can follow me on LinkedIn. I tend to post the free stuff in there. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Take care, guys. Love you all. And thank you so much for supporting me in 2020. I am nobody without you guys. Bye-bye.